YouTube family. Auntie is here. I'm your auntie of pop culture. I'm Patty Jackson. We need a hug. A lot happened this weekend. A lot of death. A lot of come on, let's get to it. Whoops. Wait a minute. I'm falling out the chair. Okay. Let's do the hug without me falling. Come on. Whew. This weekend, we just need a little extra hug because, whew, first of all, there was another tragic fire. This one in New York, in the Bronx. 19 people died, 9 children in an apartment building. They said it came from a space heater that had been running for days, like it had never shut off, running for days. And the people ran out of the apartment, left the door open, and it just spread. Please be careful with these space heaters. I know a lot of people use it to keep warm, but you must be careful. How about all the death this weekend? My show last night was just a memorial. There was Calvin Simon from Parliament Funkadelic. He was one of the original members who got inducted to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame by Prince. He did the lead on One Nation Under a Groove and Knee Deep. He died last week. I did a big thing for the Force MDs because Jesse Daniels died. James Mtume died. Did a big tribute for him. I'm going to get to that in a minute. And while I was on, we learned about Bob Saget. I was like, what? 65 years old, he was found dead in a Florida hotel room. Bob Saget was a Philadelphia native who grew up in an area, Abington. Actor, comedian, best known as Dan Tanner on Full House and for America's Funniest Home Videos. They're not suspecting foul play. They say that Bob Saget died in his sleep. He had 3 daughters, a wife. Just seemed like one of those guys who was just like a really good dude. Yesterday afternoon, we heard about James Mtume, the prolific songwriter, producer, wisdom person, because he was full of music wisdom. He was a musical influencer, Philadelphia native. He was the son of Jimmy Heath from the Heath brothers. Just on his IG, Mtume just turned 76. Last week, he posted pictures of his grandkids, and he says, I made it to this point. His musical legacy will live on, starting from that rich musical legacy in the 80s, because he had done work with Miles Davis. In the 80s, he had a hold for the songs he wrote for Stephanie Mills, Never Knew Love, Sweet Sensation, What You Gonna Do With My Lovin', Phyllis Hyman, You Know How to Love Me. Him and Reggie Lucas could play off of each other, and they had some great hits. Roberta Flack, Donny Hathaway, The Closer I Get to You, and Back Together Again. Forming a group, Mtume, named after him. They had You, Me, and He. They had Juicy Fruit, which is one of the most sampled songs ever. He did the soundtrack for the 90s show, New York Undercover. He spent like many years in radio on WBLS. Juicy Fruit, one of the most sampled songs ever. And James Mtume said, y'all not just going to be sampling my music and not paying me. We're not going to do that. And he went to war with anyone who would sample his stuff. And that included Biggie and everybody there, those producers. You got to pay me. You want a sample? You got to pay me. And he won. He was a man full of knowledge. His TED Talks, which you could find on YouTube, he really talked about the business, because it's a business, and how cruel it can be, but you must learn, and what he left us. James Mtume, wonderful man, leaving behind his wife, his sons, his daughters, his grandkids. It's a man who loved family. But boy, did he leave us a great legacy. So I'm doing my show last night, and it was just musical tributes like the entire night. We just kind of, because I play oldies on Sunday night on WDAS, and we just kind of like tweaked it a little bit to pay homage to great artists. hearing of the death of Sidney Poitier at the beginning of the weekend. There's a Broadway show that's being planned in his honor. Yes, based on his life. And Oprah Winfrey is currently preparing a documentary based on his life for Apple TV. Simone Sanders. She was in the Biden administration. She was on the campaign trail with him. She didn't stay in the administration for long, but she has landed a gig with a weekend show on MSNBC. She's a fabulous woman. Trailer dropped for The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Do you guys want to see a drama version? We know the Will Smith comedy version, but a 1-hour dramedy? Is it dramedy? Yeah, drama on the Peacock Network. It's going to debut Super Bowl Sunday, February the 13th. We've never seen the Banks family like this. All of the characters are back, and different people, a lot of newcomers. Hillary, Mom Viv, Carlton. They got somebody playing Carlton. This is going to be funny, but Will Smith is the executive producer. There will be 10 1-hour episodes, but get ready for the drama version of The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Well, the Golden Globe Awards were held last night. No stars, no TV, no parties. Last year, the Golden Globes got called out. Like, y'all can't have one person on the board. Now they're doing all this diversity stuff, but a lot of people are like, I don't know if they can come back. Maybe they'll come back next year. But last night they did hold the award show. The big winners were the HBO show Succession. West Side Story won big. Best Actress, Best Supporting Actress, Best Musical. So West Side Story, Steven Spielberg did very well. Will Smith won for King Richard. There was a movie, what's it called? The Story of a Dog. Benedict Cumberbatch stars in this movie. It's a Netflix movie, but kind of give you a preview. CBS, their collaboration with the NAACP. This is what I know. Whoopi Goldberg, she keep a gig. She's going to be doing something for Paramount Plus. A redo of her 1991 hit Soap Dish. She's going to star. D.L. Hughley is in talks to get a show on Fox family drama. Comedian Earthquake is in talks with CBS. He's going to be doing a family comedy show. So this is going to be interesting. Mary J Blige out here making headlines. She's got to be really careful in love because she got so burnt so badly with the last one. But Mary 50 is reportedly cozy. I'm not going to say dating. She's cozy with NFL player Sterling Shepard. He's 28 years old. He's divorcing supermodel Chanel Iman. They were married 4 years. People were like, they're breaking up. They got 2 kids. I don't know what happened, but the kids are going to live with him. And when they're with their mother, he has suggested that there be supervised parenting time. Sometimes you could be super in love with somebody, but don't have different parenting styles because that will break up a marriage very quickly. John Legend has sold the rights to his music. Now, he didn't get what David Bowie and Bruce Springsteen got, but apparently it happened sometime last year. But John Legend, one of the artists selling the rights to his music. Jennifer Hudson, she wants to do a daytime talk show, and from what I am hearing, it's going to happen. And that the people behind Ellen are producing it. In a recent interview, Jennifer was like real coy. Oh, I'd like to do something like that. But she definitely wants to go back to Broadway to win a Tony Award so she could be known as an EGOT, someone who's won an Emmy, a Grammy, an Oscar. She just needs a Tony Award. The story of Tommy Egan, Power Book 4 Force. It's debuting on Starz February the 6th, starring Joseph Sikora. I went through a lot of comments. A lot of people were asking me the treatments that I'm getting to treat alopecia. It's a series of things, all to invigorate the scalp. When I went for my consultation, they said, well, it's not dead. It's going to take a little bit for it to come back, just years of abuse. But it's cooling massages. It's everything to get the scalp little laser treatment, cooling mask, where it's like this cold thing, like on 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 my head, scalp. Oxygen treatment to just really make the scalp like come on back around, and it is slowly but surely. It is coming back around, but it's a series of things. It's a little long. I think I'm in the shop for about like 2.5 hours because I'm like, what part we gotta do next? Because I'm always the type, I'm ready to run out the hair shop. But it is helping me, and I am seeing something. So there's some aliveness coming alive. So if you are experiencing any kind of hair loss, traction, alopecia, Don Lemon, CNN, thank you for the suggestion for the site that you sent me. A lot of women are experiencing it, and you can get help. Maybe there's hope. For some women, there may not be, but for many women, all you got to do is start getting the treatments and giving your scalp tender, loving care. I made chicken and dumplings from scratch for the first time. I called on the spirit of my mom and our ancestors and every auntie and grandma. It came out good, but it came out really tasty. But my chicken disappeared. I said, where'd my chicken go? I put my chicken in too soon. I think there's a magic between putting the chicken in and the dumplings, but I wanted to make it from scratch. People are like, oh, you can make it with canned biscuits. I didn't want to do it like that. I said, no, I want to learn how to do it from scratch. I know people do it. I said, but for me, because my little resolution this year was just learning little different cook things and doing soups and things like that. But it came out good. But I'm telling you, I was over that stove like, what happened to my chicken? I don't. So I got to learn that the next time I do it, and I am doing it again, to do the maybe chicken dough, and like doing it together. But it came out good, and I don't really have a recipe because I use the best from everybody and YouTubes and looking at what they did and did. So I got to get it in my head what it will finally be. For me, when I'm not working, and it seems like I'm always working, I love to cook. And this year I want to get into soups and things like that because being in the kitchen is my happy place. Thank you guys so much. I read the comments. I know a lot of people were surprised. Some people want to go on this. You're always bashing black men. No, we're not. We're telling stories. And to me, Jason Derulo was funny. It's not that I'm advocating violence, but it was funny. Jason got hands. And I said, oh, look at Jason. We ain't playing with nobody. To each his own. And one can agree to disagree. Have a great afternoon. Oh, PB asked me about my lipstick. This is by Mario. I don't even know who he is. I found it at Sephora, but I fell in love with the color. I love the moistness, and I love the fact, to me, it's a nice, like, daytime. When I say daytime, just like we're doing a day. Don't want anything, like, really loud and obtrusive. We're doing enough here with the lashes. But this is Mario. I'm actually going to Google, like, darling, who are you that made this great lipstick? My lipsticks last a long time because we got to wear these doggone masks. I only put it on when I'm coming, to see you guys. Other than that, it's like, whew, put the mask on. Can't really wear lipstick or things like this. Thanks so much for reaching out. Leave a comment because Auntie reads the comments. But just a glimpse on what's going on. Things that I'm doing, cooking. A lot of people ask questions, and I said, I'm going to take this time to answer a whole lot of questions. It's not cute not knowing, and now you know. And I think we needed that hug with all of the news that we got today. 2022 is coming in like, hey, 2022, wait. Have a good one. Leave a comment and give us a thumbs up if you like the video. It's not cute not knowing. I'm Patty Jackson. I am your auntie of pop culture.